Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Warumya back with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Moharukakodash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And shalom to the 144,000 and the 1/3. As you see on the screen, it says, new update. Allegedly, he was shot and killed by his wife's side dude after coming home from his mother's funeral to find another man in his house with his wife, man. This is madness, man. It says, man shot and killed in Palm Beach Gardens on the same day he laid his mother to rest. And you can't make this up, man. You can't make this up, man. So the things we're seeing now, man, it's all demonic, man. All these things, it was promoted by Esaw Edom, and Jake is living it out, man. He's doing the bidding of the devil, man. It says a gang in Chicago surrounded the Amalams, which had their op inside, who was just shot, stopping him from getting to the hospital, man. You can't make this up, man. Our people have heavy demons on them, man. But what is righteous is looked down in this society. As you see, it says the feds gave banks tools to shut down your accounts if you buy guns or Bibles, man. You can't tell me, Wayne, we ain't there, man. With the end, man. With the end, man. And these people are dead, man. They're spiritually dead, man. As you see right here, it says one shot outside a funeral service for Cleveland, 23-year-old killed while holding baby. So this is basically the glimpse. It's at a funeral, and this man was shot outside the funeral and killed, man.
One thing about it, she never played by me as a child.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Where is it? Where is it?
And that was outside of a church, man. This is outside of a church. So it's showing you, man, the only way out of what's coming, man, is being in this truth, man. You blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, knowing who you are, knowing who your power is, and repenting. This is the only way out of what's coming, man. And I just want to show you a glimpse of the wickedness, man, of our people, man. But it's going to be turned up on another level, man. It's going to be turned up on another level. And you got a couple people that are pretty much accomplished here in Babylon the Great. A couple of Jakes are. But they don't understand, man, we still are slaves, man. We're still under our oppressor. And it's the whole point of this video, man. Because you got Jakes, they think they're living their life. They got this, they got that. They got a business. They can fly. They can do this. They can go and travel. But that is nothing, man. And we're still under the curses, and we're still under bondage, man. Let me play this video, man. You'll understand what I'm speaking about when you hear this guy speak.
They got 40 acres and a mule when they freed us.
We ain't never been free.
Oh, man. That's
Free what? Free to do what?
That's
Free to go get a white man's job and go watch some football and watch some basketball and buy a little old jewelry. Free? Free to do what? You don't make no law. You don't manufacture nothing. You don't produce nothing. So where's your freedom at? And if the Negro don't have that white boy, he in trouble. He don't know how to eat. He don't know how to eat. The only way he know how to eat, he got to go fill out an application. They got to go get that job. Got to stay on that job and do what the master said do.
So giving us 40 acres would have been giving us too much power back then.
They ain't gonna give you shit.
That's
Why? They ain't gave you nothing in all these years. They give an immigrant or a refugee more than they give slave descent. Now they might give you something because you got a Nigerian. You consider the immigrant. I go up there and ask them something, well, yeah, I'll give you shit. You gotta still take what you want. Fuck you. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry.
No, please.
No, I'm sorry. Hey, but they ain't give you nothing. They ain't giving you nothing when they give you 40 acres and a mule. They come over here and took this land from the Indians. Now how they gonna give me something? This God's land. God put this land here for man. You done gathered it all up. Now you gonna dictate to what you gonna do on it too? That's 1700 law. Man, that shit don't work no more. Everybody over here now. Every tongue is in America. America's Babylon. And everybody hate one another. They all doing one another every kind of way. If a person got a country to go to, where's the culture? Where's the culture? Why did he leave that country where's the culture and to come over here where there ain't no culture? Especially, we ain't no culture. Black man ain't no culture. He gave up his culture. He didn't want to follow what the slaves done or what the slaves passed down. He did what Dr. King said do. He went and got that white boy's education. Now he that white boy. And he think that white boy is Superman. That white boy ain't Superman. Iran, Iraq, all these countries is rebelling against him right now. Putin would want to follow him so fast he don't know what to do.
Yeah, so he was saying that, I'm going to go back on it because it's heavy what he said, man, because he said,
What the slaves done or what the slaves...
our people didn't want to follow what the slaves done or what they, basically, the history of us, man. They want to follow Martin Luther King, man. It was all set up strategically by the so-called white man in slavery, man. So the children of Israel knew that there was Israelites in slavery, man. Because you got songs like Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. See, our people knew about the chariots and everything, man. And he basically just speaking on it on another level. You have to understand what you know the scriptures to understand what he's speaking about, man. Because a 2/3 they just think he just talking barbershop talk. Know what he was saying, if we was a follow as we are waking up to this truth and understanding who we are now and following our ancestors, man. Know they was in slavery, they knew who they were, man. And they whooped it out of us, man. They Kunta Kinte, they showed you that in Kunta, with the movie Roots. They beat our history out of us, man. And made us follow their customs and be joined unto them, man. That's why he's saying that they wouldn't got the white man's education and thinking he's God, man. And our people are doing that to this very day, man. I'm gonna play that one more time.
That's down. He did what Dr. King said do. He went.
See, Dr. King was set up by the Rothschilds, man. Let me play it.
Didn't want to follow what the slaves done or what the slaves passed down. He did what Dr. King said.
I'll call you back.
He got that white boy's education. Now he that white boy. And he think that white boy is Superman. That white boy ain't Superman. Iran, Iraq, all these countries is rebelling against him right now. Putin would want to follow him so fast.
So he said Putin want to fire him so fast. So he knows, you know, I can't say this man is in the truth, but he was speaking through the spirit, man. He was speaking through the spirit. He knows that this man is going down. He knows he's talking about Esaw Edom. He knows he's talking about Esaw Edom. He knows all these nations are rebelling against the so-called white man, which is Esaw Edom, man. Even though Russia and all these other countries are Edomites too, but we speaking about the wicked, man, who the Lord is coming back to destroy, man. I'm going to play it one more time, man, because he's saying a lot of heavy things in this last little bit out here.
Boy is Superman. That white boy ain't Superman.
And that's what our people think, that the white man is Superman. And he's telling you, this white man ain't Superman. This man is going down, man.
Iran, Iraq, all these countries is rebelling against him right now. Putin would want to follow him so fast he don't know what to do.
See, he know Putin want to fire him so fast he don't know what to do, man. And that's true, man. And the leader of these, I think it's a vice president or something. I don't know his title, but he said he was talking about the president. He said he was glad that their president, which is Putin, is their president, has a cool head, that he ain't did, you know what I'm saying, shot the missiles off yet, man. And I forgot his title. It was just a guy saying the article that he said that he was glad that Putin has a clear head, man, because he would have been, if he was, I think it was the past president, I forgot his name, but he said if it was basically him in office, he would have been done, goddamn it, shot the missiles off, man. So, but he was saying that he's glad Putin has a clear head, man. But the Lord is going to put the spirit on Putin to shoot those missiles off, man. And we're going to start here in Baruch, because it was a point for the Lord to send the children of Israel here to Babylon the Great, man. And it's going to tell you right here. It says, this is Baruch 4, and I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to power are made known unto us. And now we got that information back, man. We got that knowledge back, man. What pleases the Lord, man. We have that back, man. He says, be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you move power to wrath. And see, that's what our people don't understand, man. 2/3 of our people don't understand. We move the Lord to wrath, man. And that's what the 2/3 are doing. They moving the Lord to wrath. Because if we would have been in that time, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't have been able to take up for the children of Israel that was wicked, man. Because the Lord said if they would have turned back to me, he would have took us out of the arms of our enemies a long time ago. But 2/3 of our people are stuck in his ways, man. They have been brainwashed to believe that this man is Superman, a God, man. They've been brainwashed to believe that. So the Lord said, you were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye move power to wrath. See that? We move the Lord to wrath, man. And the ones that's going to repent are repenting, man. Ye were delivered unto the enemies. See, Esau wasn't so strong that he took us down. The Lord delivered us to the enemies, man, because we provoked the Lord to wrath. It says, for ye provoke him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to power. See that? We provoke the Lord to put us in captivity by sacrificing to these gods that we know not, man. We never knew them, man. And our people are in the same mindset now. That's why the Lord made us to understand 2/3 in the hopeful elect, man. Those people you seen in the beginning of the videos, those clearly are 2/3, man, if they don't repent. And the Lord wanted us to see how the wicked of our people are to understand why his destruction is coming, man. Because he sold us over here because he was moved to wrath. But now waking up to this truth and understanding why the Lord is going to destroy 2/3 of our people, man. We understand now why. I'm going to drop down to verse 14. It says, let them that dwell about Zion come and remember the captivity of the sons of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting have brought upon them. And see, now we remembering what happened while we moved the Lord to wrath, because we was worshiping other gods, man. That's why we stay firm on the true power, man. Not calling on Jesus, not calling on Most High Christ blessed, not calling on Christ, not calling on Jesus, not calling on Yah, calling on the true name, and that's Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. So you moving the Lord to wrath when you call on another God, man. You're not calling his true name. You're moving the Lord to wrath. And see, we understand this now, man. We understand why we came into captivity, understand why the Lord was so pissed at us, man. See, it's heavy, man, when you call on that name, man. That name has to be embedded in your mind to always call on that name, man, because that's our power, man. And when you call on another God, that's your kryptonite compared to Superman, man. That's a nemesis. Because when we get powered up, when we call on a name, and Esau knows that, man. That's why he didn't want us to read, man. That's why he beat it out of us for us to pass that knowledge on down to our children in the ancient, you know what I'm saying? Not in the ancient world, but in slavery, man. He beat it out of us, man. And now we must understand we have to call on the right power, man. And we rebuke a lot of people for calling on other names of gods and referring to the Lord, because you're moving the Lord to wrath. Verse 15, it says, for he had brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation. And you can't tell me that the Edomites. And that goes to show you, this confirms that Deuteronomy 28 and 68 is us, man. He says, for he had brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation, and of a strange language. We didn't speak his language, man. Who neither reference old man nor pity child, Slakia. So he didn't give any mercy to the old or the children, man. When he came in slavery, he didn't show no mercy, man. And that's why you know that these people are the people that are called the Edomites, because they deal with little children. And that's coming out, that's manifesting more and more in these days, man. And that's in Joel. We'll get that too, man. That's in Joel where he dealt with the children, man. And this is him now. And now they're trying to get that documentation in for it to be approved, for you to see a grown man with, I'm trying to watch my words, with, you know what I'm saying, with the kid, man. So let me continue on, man, because continue on. It says, verse 16, it says, these have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow. It says, and left her that was alone, desolate, without daughters. And speaking of our land, which the heathens are in our land now. It says, but what can I help you? For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. And our people have enemies, man. When you wake up to these truths, you know who the enemies are, man. And if you don't know them now, by watching this video, go back to Psalms 83, man, and read Psalms 83 from, like, I think 1 on down to like 7 or 8, man. And it tells you have enemies. But the Lord put us these plagues on us, but he said he's going to save us from the hand of our enemies, man. So everybody's not going to get saved, man. 2/3 of our people are not going to get saved on this side. And definitely the heathen are not going to get saved on this side, man. They are our enemies, man. Let me drop down to verse 27. It says, be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto power, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. See that? And that's why we crying out to the Lord, man. Praying the Lord come and return, man. It says, for as it was your mind to go astray from power, so being returned, seek him 10 times more, man. So we continue to pray to the Lord, continue to call on the Lord's name, man. Because we went astray. Now that we know the Lord's name, we continue to call on him, man. We went astray from the Lord. The Lord didn't go astray from us. We did. That's why the Lord says, seek him 10 times more, man. Constantly. It says, for he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. So that's what we're seeking, man. Salvation from our enemies, man. All these legislations, now if you buy a Bible, they want to cut your bank account out, man. In Canada, they don't want you to preach on the highways and byways, man. So we're coming to an end of this man's kingdom, man. This man's rulership. We're coming to the end of it, man. And we have to stay firm in his name, man. Stay firm in the word, man. Because this is what's going to get us out of here. Verse 30 says, take a good heart, he says, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoiced at thy fall. See, this man is going to be miserable, man, because everything he's going to try to do is not going to work. It says, miserable are the cities which thy children serve. See, Babylon the Great is going to be miserable, man. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad at thy fall, which is Babylon the Great, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. See, this land is going to be grieved because this is Esau's land now. He took it over. They're going to be grieved at their own desolation, their own destruction. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. See? And what's the pride of this place, man? They put a flag in every part of the earth, man. And the American flag and the alphabet flag. That's their pride, man. They have pride in that. But it's going to be soon turned to mourning, man. They went and rape robbed in every country in the world with both flags, man. It says, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting. That's plain, man. This is going to be her pride coming to mourning because the flames of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is coming up on this place, man. Long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. And that's talking about those desert creatures that are going to be here in Babylon the Great, man. That's going to be the desert creatures that's inhabit this place. This is Isaiah 25. And I'm going to get it in the King James. This is Isaiah 25. And I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, and he will destroy this mountain, the face of the covering cast over all people, man. So he's going to destroy all those people that think we just Negroes, man. We just blacks, we niggas and spicks and wetbacks. He's going to remove that off the earth, man, off his people. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people and the veil that is spread over all the nations. See, we are despised in every nation, man. And that's because we're under the curses, man. He says, he shall swallow up death in victory, and Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua power will wipe away all... I got ahead of myself. Let me slow down, man. I'm excited about this lesson. He says, he will swallow up death in victory, and Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua will wipe away tears from off all faces, and the rebuke of his people shall be taken away. See that? And that's how he's going to wipe away all the tears of the faces of the Israelites, man. Because we are his people, man. Verse 8 again, he says, he will swallow up death in victory, giving us the kingdom, man. He says, and Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua power will wipe away, will wipe away tears from off all faces, and the rebuke of his people shall be taken away. See that? Those curses of us being low, not being want to be around, and just being niggas and spicks and all those names they put on us, man. That's going to be taken away, man. These nations, these Chinese, the Vietnamese, they were calling you niggas and shit, never knowing, they never heard the word. So Esau had to put that word in their mouths over there, man. That's going to be taken away, man. From all the earth. For Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua have spoken it, man. So all the curses are going to be taken off of us, man. He says, and it shall be said in that day, lo, this is our power. See that? We're gonna claim Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua out loud, man, which the men of the Lord are doing right now. But 2/3 are gonna see that power as well, man. He says, we have waited for him, and he will save us. See that? We're waiting on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to save us, man, because he said he was going to save us from our enemies. This is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We have waited for him. We will be glad and rejoice in his salvation, man. We're going to rejoice in the Lord's salvation. And that's why we go so hard, man, because we can see that we can see the end. We can see the Lord cracking the clouds, man, taking vengeance on our enemies, man. This is Lamentations 3. And I'm going to start at verse 19. It said, remembering mine afflictions and my miseries, the wormwood of the gall, my soul hath seen, my soul hath them still in remembrance, and his humbled in me. This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope. It is of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua's mercies that we are not consumed. See that? It's the Lord's mercy that we are not consumed, man. Because he could have destroyed us, man. If we was like 2/3 and he didn't wake us up to the truth, man, it would have been no reason for him not to destroy us, man, because we was wicked. He says, because his compassion faileth not. See, he had compassion on us, man. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is my portion, saith my soul. See that? Our spirits cry out to the Lord, man. Therefore will I hope in him. And that's what we're telling our people to, man. Hope in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. He is going to answer, and he's going to make good on his word, man. He answers our prayers, man. He answers our callings, man. That's why it says seek him 10 times more, man. So you just say, thank you, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Tawadi, Yahweh Shem Yahushua in the morning, man, for waking me up. Just something simple, man. But we want to show the Lord that we are ready to have him return, man. Verse 25, it says, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is good unto them that wait for him. And that's what we're doing, man. And the Lord is good to us, man. He says, to the souls that seek him, it is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's what we're doing, man. The elect, that's our lot, man. To patiently wait on the Lord, man. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke of his youth, man. So the sins we have committed in our past, man, we answering for them, man. We repented from those things, man. And the Lord chastised for the things we've done in our past, and we understand those things now, man. So that's why the Lord bless us to understand the reason why we're here and the reason why he put us in the captivity, man. Just like children. So when you get punished by your parents, you understand why they did what they did after the punishment. Okay, man, I could have got burned if I would have did that. So the Lord has compassion on his children, man. Let me get this real quick, man, because we got to get back into Esaw. This is Joel. Let me get it in 3. This is Joel 3. And I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, for behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. And see, we're reading about the curses being removed off of us, man. So the Lord is going to remove us out of these curses, man. He says, I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. See that he's telling you who he's coming for, man. He's coming for the children of Israel. He's not coming for the Edomites, the Moabites. He's only coming for the nation of Israel, man. His heritage, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And see that land over there in the Middle East, man, what they call the Middle East, which is Asia, northern Africa, is our land, man. And they parted that land. And that's why the Lord is stirring them up over there, man. In the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, man, that area. Over there from what is the Red Sea over to, I think it's the Gulf of Suez. I had a map, I can put it up, man. But I'm not going to get into it. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much know exactly where that valley is. It says, verse 3, it says, and they have casted lots for my people. See that? So the Lord is telling you, it's a certain people that casted lots for him, man. His people. So it's plain to see that the Lord is only dealing with the children of Israel, man. His heritage. So he's coming back to bring vengeance on those that punished his people, man. 3 again, it says, and they have casted lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they may drink, man. And what they do with the alphabet community, man. They take our men and make them into, I don't even want, you know what I mean. I don't even want to say it, man, because they getting strict on these algorithms now, man. But you know what I mean, man. And you see it day after day after day, man. Verse 4, it says, yea, and they have, it's like it says, yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, the African nations, and all the coast of the Philistine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? So the Lord telling you, you finna get paid back, man, for what you did to his people, man. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly and pleasant things, man. And that's his people, man. We are the Lord's jewels, man. Even, I was going to say his name, but even the small hats, hit, I ain't going to say the name, man, but he even knew that America has the Lord's jewels, man. He kind of, like I said, you kind of got to work around what you want to say. But he was Germany's president, man. His name started with H, man. He knew that the children of Israel was taking over into America, man. And that was his treasures, man. His goodly and pleasant things. Verse 6, it says, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, which the Grecians are the modern day Edomites, man. He says that ye might remove them far from their border. We just read that earlier. It took them far off, man. Far from their border, man. We read that in Baruch. Behold, I will raise them up out of the place whither ye have sold them. And see that? You see in the men of the Lord on the highways and byways and making these lessons. That's the Lord's hand being moved over his people, man. Raising them up for where you sold us at, man. That's why the guy I played in the first video, he was telling you, they ain't gonna give you nothing, man. You a descendant of slaves, man. And Esau knows that. That's why he never wanted us to rise, man. That's why he never wanted us to be anybody. Even your celebrities, your stars, your football players, the more than likely they end up being broke, man. Body all torn down. You had a couple of them that slipped through the cracks. A majority of them have no future after their career. They have no future. They can't lead the money to their children. So the Lord is going to pay them back for all the iniquities they did to the children of Israel, man. He says, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have spoken it. So it's going to be a role reversal. And the Sabians are Africans, man. They're modern day Hamites, man. So the Lord is going to sell your children and sons into slavery under us, man. They're going into captivity. It's going to be a role reversal, man. It's going to be a role reversal. And this is plain to see, man. So as they think they're getting their NWO together, they're actually preparing themselves to be thrown down. The Lord has put on their spirit to throw down themselves, man. That net that they're springing for the children of Israel is being sprung for them. This is Isaiah 59 and 17. It says, for he putteth on righteousness as a breastplate, and a helmet of salvation upon his head. And he putteth on the garments of vengeance for clothing. See that? The Lord is putting on a garment of vengeance for clothing, man. Because he told the Hamites, was you going to pay me back? He says, and was clad with the zeal of as a yoke. He says, according to their deeds, accordingly he will repay. Fury to his adversaries. See that? The Lord is going to pay them back for what they did to the children of Israel, man. So we're in good case, man. The elect, we're in good case, man. Because we see the Lord's hands being shaken over Babylon the Great, man, and over his enemies, man. According to their deeds, accordingly, he will repay. Fury to his adversaries. Recompense to his enemies. To the isles, he will repay recompense. To the islands, he will pay recompense, man. So it's a payback coming for the heathens, man. Especially Esau, Edom. And ahead of the first one on the list is Amalek, man. The small hatters, man. He says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. See that? They fear the name of the Lord, man. That's why it's so important to call on a true and right name, man. That's why they fear us. So that's why they're making these legislations and doing all this in different countries and trying to make, like I said, in Canada, you can't go on the highways and byways and preach no more. In Germany, they signed a deal. I seen a brother video he just brought out that in Germany, they arrested 45 people just for correcting women, man. They know that the name and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is powerful, man. And our people being in order is powerful as well, man. Because if all of our people come together, which I ain't gonna say come together, was in their right minds, the Lord would have been came back and destroyed our enemies, man. Because we know the Lord ain't have us come together, because it's you have to be on the same accord, man. And these people are prideful, man. Our people are very proudful, man. Verse 19 again, it says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua shall lift up a standard against him, man. So the Lord is going to protect his elect. He's going to recompense payback on his enemies, man. And we just read in Joel who was his enemies. Psalms 83 will tell you all of them, man. So we reaching that time, and the Lord is going to shake his hand over Babylon the Great, man. He's going to shake his hand over Esau, Edom. Because he is in his scope, man. Esau is in his scope, man. This is Isaiah 63. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra, man? And what do you got in Basra, man? Let me get that real quick. What is prepared for Basra? It's Isaiah 34. In verse 6 it says, the sword of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys and of rams. For Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua hath a sacrifice. See that? The sacrifice is in Basra, man. The modern day Edomites, the so-called white man. In a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, man. This word is powerful, man. And Esau knows it. His eyes are on Esau, Edom, man. It says, verse 1 again, it says, Isaiah 63 and verse 1, it says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, I that speaketh in righteousness, mighty to save. That's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man, without a shadow of a doubt. It says, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. The Lord is coming back and showing no mercy, man. Esau is slated in the Zondervan dictionary to have no mercy, man. And these words are aggressive, man. Thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat, man. And that's a question. Who is this? And listen to this now. I have trodden in the winepress alone. This is Yahushua, man. And of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury. That sounds like nobody's getting mercy, man. That don't sound like the Lord coming back and giving mercy. And, well, I'm going to do it. No, man. He says, I'm in my anger. And if the Lord put us into captivity, man, and showed his anger upon us, and we was the worst time on the face of the earth for the children of Israel being in slavery, man. And he showed his feast, man. And that was light. Just imagine to those that he has his anger on, man. And his fury on, man. Ooh, Esau got a hell of a judgment coming, man. For I will tread them in my anger, and I will trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart. And the year of my redeem is come. We're closely approaching the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's return, man. Let me read this again, man. He says, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem is come. That time is approaching very fast, man. And I looked, and there was none to help. Esau has no defense against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and the angels, man. No defense. And I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore, my own arm brought salvation unto me. So it displeased the Lord to destroy Esau, man. And my fury, it upheld me. Woo! Let me get this another translation. New Living Translation says, I was amazed to see that no one intervened to help the oppressed. So I myself stepped in to save them with my strong arm. See that? Nobody helped us. Nobody came and got us from slavery. He says, and my wrath sustained me. See that? It's going to please him to do this, man. To Esau, man. You got a hell of a judgment coming. He says, I was amazed when I looked and saw that there was none. It's like there was no one to help me. But my anger made me strong. And I won the victory myself. Oh, my God. The Lord is coming back to punish Esau, man. And you can't put in words how the Lord go. We can't imagine how the Lord feel, though. You know what I'm saying? These words don't even touch the surface of how the Lord coming back to destroy him, man. This is a spirit. This is heavy spiritual thing right here, man. Because your Lord, you just got to imagine, man. He said he's going to, what is Isaiah 42? He said he's going to cry like a travailing woman. Man, we can't imagine how angry the Lord is, man. Verse 6, it says, and I will tread down the people in my anger and make them drunk in my fury. And I will bring down their stronghold. I will bring down their strength to the earth, man. So Esau's power was finna be finished, man. Well, I remember the guy, I forgot his name, Harari or something, talking about we can make the Lord as angry as we want to. Man, that's a bold statement, boy. Edomites are proud, man. They are proud. They are proud, boy. Let me get this real quick. This is Psalms 108. Let's get that. It's Psalms 108. And I'll start at verse 10. It says, who will bring them into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? Will not thou, O power, who has cast us off? And will not thou, O power, go forth with our hosts? Give us help from trouble, for vain is the help of man. Through power we shall do valiantly, for he it is that shall tread down our enemies. He is going to tread down our enemies, man. That's why we fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. We fear the Lord, man. We ain't fear Esau, man. He has no power, man. He need to worry about his own judgment that's coming, man. Because Esau really don't think the Lord coming back, man. He doesn't think the Lord is going to come back. He think he's going to set his thing up and he's going to continue to do what he's doing and nothing ever's going to happen. The chariots is going to come and they're going to fly by and nothing's going to happen to him, man. Boy, the Lord ain't playing, man. This is Revelations 19 and 11. It says, and I saw the heaven open. Man, let me slow down, man. Let me take my time on this. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness doeth he judge and make war. See that? The Lord is a man of war. That's why he's stirring these nations up. The Lord is a man of war, man. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. What did he say about the Edomites when he came in 63? Isaiah 63. He was clothed with the vesture dipped in blood, and his name was called the Word of Power. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses. That's those chariots. He coming back to break Esau down, man. He says, and that's those talking about those chariots, man. White and clean, pure. He says, clothed with fine linen, white and clean, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword. That's that concentrated fire gonna be coming out them chariots, man. Like you've seen in War of the Worlds and these so-called alien movies that come out and shoot lasers out, man. He's out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. See that? He's coming back with fire too, man. Those chariots are coming back with fire too. So you don't see them thermonuclear missiles come, but don't forget about that fire coming out those chariots, man. That's going to bring a lot of havoc all over the earth, man. He says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. See that? He ruled them with a rod of iron. What's that in Psalms 2? Let me get that real quick. Psalms 2. Psalms 2 and verse 8, it says, ask of me, and I will give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. See that? These nations are going to be broke by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, with a rod of iron, man. And that's, talking about the physical when we come back and crack their heads and shit, man. He says, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them into pieces. It dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. So we're gonna, man, it's beautiful times we're coming into, man. So they're gonna be ruled with a rod of iron, man. And the heathens are given to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua for his inheritance, man. And we're going to be joint heirs to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, so they're our possession as well, man. Man, it's a beautiful story, man, a beautiful ending, man. You just got to repent to understand it, man. Verse 15 again, it says, out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress in his furious. It's like he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness of his wrath of the almighty power. See that? Isaiah 63 says he's going to tread them, and he's going to tread them as in a winepress, man. It's the same exact thing. Talking about Yahushua. It says that he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, man. So the Lord ain't coming back to shake hands and make treaties and make peace agreements. Man, the Lord is coming back for great destruction, man. He's coming back for great destruction, man. I'm going to get a couple more and I'm going to end it. Let me get this real quick. Isaiah 11. This is Isaiah 11. This is Isaiah 11. And let's get the point in 4 and 5. It says, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor and reprove with equality for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with a rod of his mouth. See that? That rod of iron, that rod of his mouth. He says, that's the thermal, as I said, concentrated fire come out the chariots, man. He says, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay them as he slayed the wicked, man. So it's talking about that concentrated fire. They're going to rule the rod of iron, man. The rod of iron, man. It says, and righteousness shall be the gird of his loins, and faithfulness the gird of his reins, man. And let's get the last portion of that rod coming out of his mouth, man. Because this is all biblical prophecy. And the Lord is the spirit of prophecy, man. And see, that's why we speak this word boldly, because this is what's finna happen, man. And the earth is finna see this, man. And we just privy to know it before it happens. This is Isaiah 13, not Salaki. This is 2nd Ezra 13. In verse 6 it says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. This is talking about Yahushua. But I would have seen the region or place. This is Ezra explaining to you how Yahweh Shem Yahushua coming back, man. In that humongous fathership, man. That great mountain. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not see that. He's talking about the chariot that the Lord's coming back in, man. It's so big he can't. He was trying to describe it or see the place where it came from, and he couldn't see it. He says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, but yet durst fight. See, the chariot is going to be so humongous when it cracks the cloud. The armies that are in the west, in the Middle East, so I was just saying Middle East, they're going to see the Lord come back in the valley of Yehoshaphat. He has all of them gathered there. And then when that chariot cracked the clouds, they're going to be terribly afraid, man. He says right here, sore afraid, but yet durst fight. So when that chariot comes back, it's going to be so humongous out of this earth, man, out of this world. And they're going to see it crack the clouds, and they're going to be terribly afraid, man. And they're still going to fight. The Lord going to put the spirit on them to fight. He says, and lo, as I saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. You see, the Lord, we just read the Lord is a man of war. But he says he's not going to hold none of those weapons that you're accustomed to knowing that he has, man. But this is what's going to happen. He says, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, listen to this, as it had been a blast of fire, man. So that's how we know the chariots are going to be shooting out fire, man. A blast of fire, that rod of iron, man. He says, and out of his tongue, he casted out sparks and tempests. That's that fire, man. And they were all mixed together. Whew. The blast of fire and the flaming breath and a great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight. Man, your family members in the military, boy, they finna get towed out the frame, man. And they're going to go try to fight Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. He said it fell with violence on them, man. He says, and burned them. Let me read again, man. Let me slow down, man. He says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up, every one. No one is going to escape the judgment, man. This fight against your Lord, man. So that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was left to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. Whew. When I saw it, I was afraid. See, just like Ezra, he's seen it through a vision, man. And that's how we see it, man. We can just imagine how the Lord coming back, man. But we can't imagine how the fury of the Lord is going to be on these people, man. That's why the Lord put the spirit on us to repent, man. So Lord, when it was edifying, I'm in it there. Shalom, shalom.